You've got losers.
Whoa.
You have 100,000 losers that are just camping on your street. What do you think's going to happen? What do you think's going to happen when the people with the houses are in jeopardy? What do you think is going to happen when these people that are living in $50 million houses and you're camping out a block away, which is exactly what's going on over there?
And the looting.
And the looting. Well, they looted people's houses when they found out that places...
Hate poor people. Hate poor people. Don't ask about the rich people. Don't talk about billionaires. Don't talk about corporations. Don't talk about CEOs. Don't talk about the elites. Remember the elites? Oh, Burr is probably doing something right.
I heard you had to evacuate your home.
Yes, like most people I had to. I got lucky, you know, the winds moved, but, you know, the fire was coming and all that stuff, so I feel lucky.
Are you guys back in?
And I think everybody did a great job.
Yeah.
Unlike the internet, you know?
Yeah, right, I know, it's right.
Oh, my God. All of these fire experts. Why didn't you just fly a helicopter into the ocean?
I did love how overnight there was so much shit that just popped up out of nowhere. So much shit. There's an entire ocean beside LA. What are you doing? Why won't you salt the earth? Pour it on the crops. Or when there were examples of planes actually lifting ocean water to put on areas where ocean water was not going to be utterly devastating for the earth to be salted or soiled, you know, they were like, well, there's real Americans. Look at that. America to the rescue. That's a Canadian plane. Those are Canadian pilots. Canada sent you a whole bunch of water planes because, yeah, BC has a lot of forest fires. They're pretty incredible how well trained they are and how good they can do that kind of shit. But sure, all right, whatever it takes.
I don't know, because there was 100-knot winds. You want to do that? You want to do that at night, you lunatic?
How are you?
This was definitely mismanaged.
That's a big word we're hearing now.
Mismanaged, like some idiot on the internet knows how to manage the worst fire in LA, sitting there in his underwear. You know what? Looking at the footage on the internet, I have determined that this here was mismanaged.
You know about helicopters.
Did you see the people who were like, apparently there is technology to send drones and to drop water on drones. Why won't they do that? I don't know. I don't know how well drones do in 100-mile-per-hour winds. I'm guessing not that good. Send forth the army of drones. What happened? Oh, I don't know. Who could have seen this coming? Who could have predicted this?
Helicopters, because I remember, and it's interesting now thinking about it, because you said that.
About it. I know about the one that I fly. Other than that, I don't know anything about it.
You know
but
something
if you're on
about,
the internet, you know everything.
I hope you know about it, because you said that you got your pilot's license in case like all hell broke loose in LA, you could get out of LA, and at any moment did you think, I'm going to make a run for that helicopter?
Well, the error in my thought was I didn't realize how expensive helicopters were. So all I have is a two-seater, and I didn't want to have to make Sophie's choice with my family. So, you know, we all piled into the SUV like everybody else. But no, man, these guys were out there clearing the trees, getting the wires back up and everything. You know, I mean, it was like the perfect awful thing that could have happened, and it did. And I love how all the chatter out there is about bands of illegal immigrants and homeless people lighting fires. They light fires every day. They're living outside. They're cold. And this theory that some homeless guy without a car went from Altadena all the way to the Pacific Palisades. And then we have a hang glider. You know, and they're talking about looting. But CNN and Fox News are not going to bring up the insurance companies that are just going to keep everybody's premiums and still give themselves a bonus. Yeah. Yes. Free Luigi. I love how they acted surprised. Why did that happen?
This has got to be the only like top tier stadium selling comedian who's working right now who's actually getting it, to be totally honest with you, because like everyone else is basically just fucking all these privileged snowflakes constantly whining, getting up there, being like, cancel culture. Can't say anything anymore, bro. Can't say anything because the woke fucking, they ruin everything. They don't like jokes. They can't take comedy. Please do some jokes. Here's your chance, Joe Rogan. Go do jokes. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm an Apache helicopter, and I identify as Linguini. Lol. There's my jokes. All right. Well, that was fucking horrible. That sucks. Look at how much your fucking breasts are lactating right now. You're nervous. I get it. But this is so bad. So fucking bad. And oh, sorry, that's not cancel culture. I don't have that power. I'm not canceling you. You trust me. It does nothing. It has no effect. It seems like dudes can fucking lock women in rooms and force them to watch them masturbate and then go on to win Grammys. The canceling of the culture. Wow, you know, fucking even Bill Cosby's out of jail. All right, it doesn't matter for strong, powerful, rich men in positions. It seems like they do okay. I don't think me saying your jokes suck are going to cancel you. You're fine. You have not been 1984'd, all right? Life goes on. Oh, what's that? You got another Netflix special. Weird. It's strange how that keeps happening. You say that the woke has destroyed everything, ruined comedy. You can't make movies like you used to back in the day. If you made fucking half the shit that came out in the 90s, the right would be losing their ever fucking minds over it, being like, this is poisoning society, it's degenerate, there's actual gay people in it, and they're not even acknowledging that they're gay, they're just regular characters and other people seem to be friends with, and they don't have to talk about how they're gay all the time, they just exist. What the fuck is this? Like, oh wow, that's Clueless. Yeah, movie from the night. Yeah, I know, it's weird how that happens, isn't it? That people don't have to just run around being like, I'm gay, I'm the gay character, allow me to do the gay things now as the gay character in the movie, I'm identifying myself as the gay so you know I'm gay. No, you could just be a character in a movie, do that. Oh man, you would not be able to make The Wire today, not because of the woke, but because the right would lose their shit. They would just be like, what the fuck? Who is this character? He's like supposed to be some like badass, and he's like, you know, everyone's scared of him, but he's also gay. What the fuck? I mean, it makes no sense to me. He didn't even tell me he was gay. He didn't wear the pink armband or anything. He's just a character who's, I don't understand this. What?
No, he wrote on the bullets why it happened.
Oh, we're back to Luigi. Okay, yeah.
I never left Luigi.
How is Bill Burr, the father, the husband, in an emergency situation?
I don't know. I'm all right. Like
Are you?
when big stuff happens, I get ridiculously calm. My Achilles heel is little things. So like if the house was going to be on fire, I would just be like, well, you know, kind of be cool to not own anything. Like I'll just go into that mode. An opportunity to build a dream house with the money I no longer have. I would just think like that. But like little things I flip out at. Like, you know, if I go to make toast and then all of a sudden it burns, I'm like, who the is changing the settings? And what I realized, I just realized this backstage is what it is.
Jimmy trying to change the subject so bad, you know, like it never fails. All the Jimmys are scum, just so you all know. Every single Jimmy, doesn't matter if it's Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, they're all scumbags. And like, do you remember seeing fucking Fallon when fucking last week tonight, what's his name? John Oliver. He's like sitting before him, he starts talking to the guy, and then he's got an Alexa in front of him, and he's like, oh, can I ask Alexa a little question here? Alexa, can Amazon workers unionize? And then immediately Jimmy Fallon is like, no, don't answer that. No, I'm serious, Jimmy. Can I ask it another question? Are your workers unionized? No, don't answer that. Don't answer. No. Yeah, okay. All right. We got the Roots, and we're going to be talking more right after the commercial break. And you're just like, damn. Oh, that's beautiful. Mwah. Yeah, you love to see it.
As I learned as a kid, when big things are happening, keep your mouth shut, or the big thing comes at you. And then I flip out over the little things because I'm emoting about that in this. So
wow.
I don't make any sense to anybody in my house. They're like, Dad, it's toast. What is the big deal? It's like, well, I would tell you what the big deal was, but it's too sad, so we'll just keep it on the toast.
I've never seen that. See if it's still on YouTube or if YouTube has 1984 did. That's the real cancel culture, when people tell the truth. Good on Bill Burr. Bill Burr, funny guy. I've seen him live. He was really funny. Rogan gets bird. Oh, there's a whole video out about it. All right, hold on. I'll play this while I look up the Jimmy Fallon clip.
Bro, the homeless are doing it. They're more inclined to use fire to get their anger out.
And this theory that some homeless.
Oh, so it was Joe Rogan who was saying that. The homeless are doing it. Okay. Like, sometimes the same thing happens up here, where there's going to be a massive forest fire, and there's right-wingers who are just like, who started it, though? And I'm like, who started it? Yeah, who started the fire? That's what we need to know. We got to catch them. We can solve this problem if we just catch arsonists. It's like, I mean, sure. I mean, if it was a person who started one of the forest fires, by all means, please try and, stop them from ever doing that again. But, like, for the most times, it's thunder. It's thunder. Usually it's thunder. It's usually thunder that starts it. Sometimes, yes, it can be a discarded cigarette. That's not even an intentional arsonist. That's just like a fucking idiot who did that. But it's usually thunder. So are you going to arrest God? Are you going to fucking hold God accountable for doing that? And to be like, I think it's homeless people. You know, homeless people are doing it. It's their fault.
That know what is actually going on. So let me first get to the first clip with Jimmy Kimmel.
I heard you had to evacuate your home.
Yes. Like most people, I had to. I got lucky.
Disaster hit the state. So Bill Burr goes deeper on this topic in his interview with Variety. I'll link to this below the video as well. But he has a new special coming out, which is why he's doing all these interviews now. But he goes on to say,
speak from your heart, Alexa, your rotten heart.
This is clearly not a commercial for this.
Oh, in which case, I've got another one. Alexa, how bad are Amazon working conditions?
Alexa, stop. Sure. Alexa, stop. Here we go. All right,
No,
I have
no,
to.
Alexa.
No,
Alexa, what is
no,
Union
Alexa,
Basket?
this is me time now. Alexa, stop. Stop.
You fucking rat fuck. I love that. I love that. And he's doing it from fucking like a Zoom call too. No, Alexa. What are unions? Stop. No. Okay. Stop. This isn't funny anymore. John, stop. The way, back in the day, Joe Rogan, he used to have on UFC fighters, comedians. He used to talk about the elites. He used to talk about, like, he was kind of like a fucking stoner ass libertarian, a skeptic in some regards. He was criticizing anti-vaxxers, all of those fucking hippie moms who are like, I'm not going to vaccinate my kids because it causes autism and all that other shit. He was calling them out. He was trying to talk about how weed should be legalized, about how it's absurd that something, a plant that doesn't kill people, it gets you the same kind of criminal record in the United States that you can have for things like heroin and stuff. That's kind of who he was. Conspiratorial, yes, but that was basically it. He would rotate comedians, UFC fighters, sometimes some people relatively into politics. Then, of course, like most people who caught the fucking, the anti-woke turf virus, he gets himself a little taste, starts getting pushback, doesn't like the pushback because, oh, my feelings, and then starts having a rotating carousel of people who definitely agree with him. Ben Shapiro, Steven Crowder, Jordan Peterson. And what a surprise, all these assholes start introducing and talking to him about other people he should be having on who happen to be white supremacists, who happen to be fucking rich-ass billionaires who want to control the world. And it wasn't long before the guy is like one of the biggest bootlickers in fucking mainstream media. And yes, he is mainstream media. He's owned by the largest music streaming platform in the world. There's nothing bigger than Spotify. They are the number one. He is their biggest show. He gets paid over $200 million per contract renewal. And he has an audience that is comparable to most national news networks in the US. He is mainstream media. It doesn't matter that he's unfiltered mainstream media. I mean, a lot of people like to try and pretend that Joe Rogan somehow he gets away with it all because it's just him, bro. It's just him having a conversation. You're just getting drunk and fucking smoking some blunts. That's all it is, bro. Come on. What about that as mainstream media? He's mainstream media, okay? Doesn't matter that it's batshit. Doesn't matter that there's not a team of editors behind him. He needs like 50 Jamies, all right? 50 Jamies at all times, just sitting there being like, but yeah, mainstream media. And now he's just become a fucking press release agency for billionaires. Just a rotating fucking the worst human beings on the planet who are trying to destroy everything for everyone, exacerbate climate change, maintain their riches, concentrate their wealth, and build fortresses in Hawaii, build fortresses in northern Canada, build I don't know where their fortresses are, but build climate change proof fortresses. There's no such thing. You cannot escape this. Everyone burns. There's not going to be a situation where you get to hide off in your fucking mega mansion, hoping, praying just one day that the staff that you have don't realize that because there's no society left, there's no fiat currency left, that they're going to fucking eat you. They're going to eat the fuck out of you, all right? You're going to be first thing on the menu. And then meanwhile, they just sit there and they get to rehabilitate their images. Hey, look at this. Mark Zuckerberg's not trying to Elon Musk. He's not trying to go far right. He's not going anti-trans. He's not going fucking, anti-immigrant, all this kind of shit because suddenly he happens to want to avoid an FTC lawsuit that's coming up and get in proximity to power and go after, some of the people that the Democrats put in that could actually hold him accountable. He cares deeply about masculinity. He played jujitsu. You play jujitsu one time, you learn about what it is to be a man. So that's why, as a big, strong man who's very secure in his masculinity, he's targeting trans people, he's targeting women, and he's also making sure that men don't have tampons in the bathrooms because, very secure, big, strong man, secure, really secure about being a man. That same thing can be repeated time again. This is the dude who was, when asked about Luigi, just like his brain fucking must have had an aneurysm or something. He's just sitting there, it's like, well, and then Pierce Morgan's just like, yes, no, I agree. You're like, agree with what? That wasn't a sentence. Those were sounds. But sure. Keep bringing them on. Keep rehabilitating their images. Elon Musk isn't a fucking cozying up to the extreme far right, trying to push for the extreme far right to come into power in both the UK and Germany right now and try to influence them with all of his resources and social media and billions of dollars. He's just a silly dude who likes memes. The epic. You let him smoke the weed. Not inhale, by the way. Yeah, we saw it. We know.
Billionaire bootlicking experience, as this is apparently where billionaires now go to recycle their image. But God, Rogan has completely lost his way. This used to be a podcast that was enjoyable, 5-10 years ago, but it's completely just useless now. But let me get to some of these comments because this is amazing. As the Tennessee Holler writes here, Rogan mocks the idea that climate change is a factor, blames the fires on homeless people, says LA lets looters go.
This is a whiny liberal. It's fucking climate change. Wake up. No, it's arson, you fucking idiots.
I think it's Mr. Beast. He's setting up a new video.
Cool. Can the arsonists control the winds? Can they make the winds blow at 100 miles per hour? Can the arsonists create 8 months of drought? Can they do that? Creating the perfect conditions for this to spread. Can the arsonists do that? Because I don't know what you think they are. You think they're Thor? Storm? What kind of powers? Do they have the weather machine? The democratic weather machine? Because those two things combined are what allow these things to get this out of control. Yes, there can be very, very shitty people in government. Yes, there can be cuts to the fire department. Yes, there can be, people who you don't respect in a generality, such as women or lesbians. You cannot respect them, but they happen to be working like every other person. Those are all things that can be, but that doesn't fucking make this to this magnitude. These events are going to keep happening, and then it's just going to be like, it was a homeless guy, wasn't it? Well, it was a homeless guy who did it, and then it was like some butch lesbian who didn't put it out. And there's like an ocean right there, bro. That's what I don't get. Why? And did you see the pictures? There's still trees. So like, if you look at the photos, there's still some trees standing. What explains that? What explains that? What could possibly be inside of a tree that might not make it burn as rapidly as all of the dry wood that is inside of the homes? Explain that to me, bro. You can't.
Wow, that's a strong accusation.
Bold.
No, just kidding.
Yeah, we know.
But they've been trying to get rid of the homeless for a while.
Bro, the homeless are doing it.
Well, they're flammable.
Everyone is, but they're more inclined to use fire to get their anger out.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah,
Free
humor.
base.
What was that too cringe for you, Joe? Just like burn homeless people alive? Lol. Thought that one? Or was that? Are you canceling your own guests? What's going on here? This is where you're supposed to be like, yeah. I too have said that in the past, but maybe Spotify was like, hey, by the way, Joe, loving the show. Great guests, great rotation. We just have a couple notes. Can't have Alex Jones on anymore, and maybe don't talk about burning the homeless alive. Yeah, a couple of the people who were listening were like, that's actually profoundly just, messed up. The Nazi shit.
Man actually caught people lighting things on fire. He filmed it. He put it up on his Instagram.
Really?
Yeah. In the middle of the firestorm, people were lighting things on fire to contribute to the fire.
wow.
You've got losers.
Whoa.
You have 100,000 losers that are just camping on your street. What do you think's going to happen? What do you think's going to happen when the people with the houses are in jeopardy? What do you think is going to happen when these people that are living in $50 million houses and you're camping out a block away, which is exactly what's going on over there?
And the looting.
And the looting. Well, they looted people's houses when they found out that places.
Hate poor people. Don't ask about the rich people. Don't talk about billionaires. Don't talk about corporations. Don't talk about CEOs. Don't talk about the elites. Remember the elites? Remember when they were all like, it's the elites. The elites are trying to control us all. It's the elites. Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, hey, it's the elites. What are we going to do about it? Well, we got to talk about the losers, the poors, the people who don't have homes, who live on the streets. People who have nothing are the problem. Make us hate the people who have nothing. They don't have a friend's house to fucking sleep on. They can't even call up an old relative and be like, hey, can I crash at your place? They don't have a person who owns enough that they can actually help them out. Those people, they're the problem. The poorest people in society, people who literally have to live and freeze on the fucking street, so cold that they start fires, they're the issue. They're the problem. Like, never mind a distraction. Again, like, this is practically just going through that fascist playbook of like, hey, it's not the people in power, it's not the elites, it's not those with billions of dollars, it's not the fossil fuel extraction companies, none of that. It's the homeless. Yep, those people living in tents, the losers. They get a little bit, I don't know, irate, bored. They start fires. And then, the fires get out of control because of the lesbians. And then what are we supposed to do? I mean,
We're getting evacuated. Swarms of organized gangs were showing up. This lady said 100 guys showed up in front of this house, and she thought they were helping our neighbor move. They just broke down the door and started stealing TVs.
Whoa. Anecdotes. Story I heard. I don't know about you, bro. I heard this one story. There was like 10,000 gangs. I think they were like Venezuelan looking. I don't know. Either way, kind of like fucking shady characters. They show up. They say they're going to help people out, bring them water and stuff, and they just loot like crazy. No one could stop them. There was too many of them. They were just running around, speaking some foreign language. I don't know what it is, but yeah, sounds plausible. What were they looting? Coal? Ash? Fucking rusted out washing machine frame? Like, what is there to loot? Have you seen the footage? Like, Jesus.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. This independent series is made entirely possible thanks to our patrons. It was produced by Anna Loves Riley, Arian McCarthy, Bobby Lasers, Cheryl Alvarez, Comrade Junkie, Doug Caddy, Everything Important, Hagbard Celine, Jimmy Sombrero, Multimondi, Omni, Political Papi, Preston Kroll, Quiet 185, Richard Bohem, Riley and Anna, Roller Dragon, Cernicus, Stellar Gwyn, Sebastian Demmel, and Words Greenwood. Not to mention all the other patrons you now see on screen. We couldn't have done this show without you. If you can help support the show, please check out patreon.com/theserfs to unlock bonus secret episodes as well as get the content before anyone else.